Hey, this is Bradley J back again with another StreamYard and talking Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland is what we're doing. 25th anniversary for the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland. I know everybody's excited about it, ready to party, but one of the things we have to remember is we need to be safe when we party because we always want to come back for another Kicker Country Stampede. And I want to bring on our general manager, Larry Riggins of Alpha Media. And Larry, good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. You know, it just gets so close, Larry, and you can tell everybody here at Alpha Media in the building, smiles on our faces, just our eyes light up. We're talking about the 25th anniversary of the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland right here in our city, Topeka, Kansas. And I know, Larry, you've been a part of it for years. You keep going back, and that's what I want to talk about is people coming into Topeka, people that have been coming back year after year, making memories at the Kicker Country Stampede. And we have partnered up with KDOT, with Kansas Traffic Safety Resource. We're going to be talking to a couple people later on about that. But one of the things is to be safe. Larry, why is Alpha Media a part of this Drive to Zero coalition?
Well, we've been part of the Kicker Country Stampede since the very beginning, 25 years now. And I remember my growing children now who we brought out in strollers to Stampede many, many years ago. But it's a tremendous festival. If you've never been to it, you really need to come out and check it out. Great country music, great food, great people watching. It's just a wonderful time for anybody who enjoys country music, anybody who enjoys getting out in the sunshine. And but our role in this and what we want to talk about today is really the importance of if you're going to drink alcohol out there, if you're going to have a few drinks, enjoy yourself, that's great, but have a plan. We want you to have a plan as a designated driver. We want people to have a great time, which they always do at Stampede, but we also want you to be safe. We want you to come back again next year for the 26th year and hopefully for the 50th year. But in order to do that, you need to have a plan, have a designated driver, have somebody that you can depend on, that when it's time to go home, they'll get you home safe. And that's why we partnered with KDOT as a part of this program to create the awareness of the need of a designated driver. And we got a lot of great things going on with that. So come out and be a part of Kicker Country Stampede this year.
Yeah, that is our goal, always to eliminate serious injuries and crash fatalities. Just a reminder, and a lot of people probably don't know this, 1 in 5 crash fatalities in Kansas is attributed to alcohol. And like Larry said, designate somebody, make it be you. You be the one that keeps those memories alive out at the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland. Because you want to make sure that you're bringing back your family, your friends, your loved ones to come out and have a great time. Larry, I'm going to talk to you a little bit later on because we got some really, like you said, we have some really cool things that we're doing out at the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland. Right now, I want to bring on Patricia from the Kansas Traffic Safety Resource Office. Patricia and I have a lot in common. She may not know this. I do a lot of social media for Alpha Media, and I know you do a lot of social media as well for the Kansas Traffic Safety Resource Office. How do you get the message out through social media? Because people are on social media all the time. How do you go about doing that? And do you feel people like hear the message that you're putting out?
Oh yeah, they sure do. I work, like you said, for the Kansas Traffic Safety Resource Office, but you'll know us online on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram as Drive Safe Kansas. And we cover all sorts of topics on there. One of which is, hey, let's have designated drivers. Let's, when you have plans to go out and have fun, have a plan to get home safe. And people are really responsive to that. They really recognize that that's something that they do to keep themselves safe and keep everyone else safe on the road.
It's, you know, when I said that 1 in 5 crash fatalities in Kansas is attributed to alcohol, it just kind of blows you away. You're just like, be safe, be that one, be the one. Always designate a sober driver or use ride hail service too. You got Uber, you've got different ways to do that. What other things, Patricia, do you do to help people keep that top of mind?
Oh my goodness. Well, we talk about, what's going on currently in the news. If those crashes unfortunately happen, we let people know and remind them, hey, this is a real thing that has real consequences. And unfortunately, we don't get as many of, hey, everyone got home safe. That doesn't make the news, but that's good because we want you to get home safe and have a normal, happy life and to not have to worry about, taking your car to the mechanic or having to spend a weekend in the ER or whatever. So, and plus we also put out lots of other messages about, hey, remember to buckle up and remember that your kid needs to be in the car seat, all that good stuff. People love to get on there and ask us questions. That's something we really hope to do out at Country Stampede, is to be there and to be able to have people come up and ask us, hey, I don't understand this about whatever laws, when does my kid need to be in the car seat? We can help answer that. So anytime you need to ask a question about how to stay safe on the roads, we're there for you.
I have seen your tweets because, like I said, I do the social media, and I'm not going to lie. Sometimes your tweets put a smile on my face. I don't know if it's you that personally puts all that out there, but you do a fabulous job. And again, if people want to follow you on Twitter or social media, how can they do that?
It's at Drive Safe Kansas, and Kansas is spelled out. That's where we are: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube.
I want to thank all of our partners, especially Patricia, who's going to be out there. And I'm going to pick your brain about social media when you're out at the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland. But somebody else that we have with us today, it's my first time talking to this guy on a StreamYard. It is Chris from KDOT. Chris, I want to welcome you to the StreamYard. And what's your job at KDOT? Because you think like KDOT, Kansas Department of Transportation. Do you get in a car and drive around Kansas and make sure Kansas is safe? What is it that you do, Chris?
So our role in our section here at KDOT is really about reducing injuries and death through trying to change driver behavior. We want to improve drivers, okay? So, when they're out and about on the roads, are you following all the laws? Are you driving defensively? Are you doing different things like that? Chris Bortz does not build bridges, okay? And what you mainly think of KDOT. We have well more qualified staff here to do that than myself. So we really focus on the partnerships that we can have throughout the state. And once again, 400 fatalities in the state of Kansas is way too many. We're doing everything we can from an educational standpoint and from some of the partnerships that we have to reduce that number, ultimately to get to zero.
And with your partnership with Alpha Media, how is that helping you get the word out?
Well, as we often say, you can't do it alone, okay? And so you have to engage great partners. Alpha Media, certainly with the Stampede and everything that's going on. The Kansas Traffic Safety Resource Office. We have law enforcement partners across the state. And it's not always about writing the ticket. They prefer not to write the ticket. They don't really want to go out and do the DUI. They want people to make the right decisions up front so everybody gets to their destination safely.
When it comes to the behavioral of being behind the wheel, do you feel that's comes from your parents? Because my dad was a truck driver for years, and he drove 1 million miles without having an accident. And my dad had always told me that when I'm out there driving, and this is just normal driving, when you're around a semi, you really need to pay attention. Do you feel that you change people's behavior behind the wheel?
We think that we do. I mean, and it's through the social media partners that we have with Patricia, keeping that message out there. Our other partners keeping it out there. We have paid media campaigns throughout the year that will have either a focus of seatbelts or child passenger safety or impaired driving, distracted driving. Speed has been a real issue the last year during the pandemic. So we try to, once again, we engage our media partners, but then we also purchase media to, once again, just try and keep that message to the forefront and ultimately drive defensively. You referenced around big trucks. Most people don't realize, and some of the trucks have the signs, around them, you have to behave differently. If you can't see their mirrors, they can't see you. And that is just so important for you to give them the room that they need to operate because you're sharing the road with them. So once again, drive defensively and just make good decisions behind the wheel.
And that is one thing as well. I have a lot of friends that drive motorcycles, and I see them posting there on social media as well. And they're reminding people hey, we're all sharing the road. Because it's different. A motorcycle and a semi-truck, they're different, but they're sharing the road. And you do need to be very aware of your surroundings. I had great parents growing up. It's funny when you talk about behavior. My dad taught my older sister in a Chevy Love pickup. She taught me, and then I taught my sister. And I don't think we did a good enough job with my little sister, but I won't get into that because she may be watching this and I might be in trouble later on. Chris, thank you so much for being here. Patricia as well. I want to bring back Larry Riggins, our general manager, because Larry, I know you have exciting news about what's going to be going on at our trailer at the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to give away, and then that one special thing that we're going to give away once a day.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we've got a lot going on. In fact, as soon as we're done here, I'm headed out there. Kicker is on their way. They've got their rig loaded and should be in town by noon here. So we're going to get them set up, and then we're going to start setting up our booth out there. But we want you to come by the booth because you're going to have the opportunity to win a fabulous Yeti cooler. In fact, we have 3 of those thanks to the Kansas Department of Transportation. And beyond that, not only are you going to win this great cooler, you're also going to win tickets, and not just tickets, but VIP tickets to the 2022 Kicker Country Stampede. So we want you to come by our booth and then the KDOT booth and get registered to win those. We want you to be safe. We want you to have a plan. Be the one, be that designated driver that's responsible to make sure that your family and friends make it a safe Kicker Country Stampede this year. So come on by. We want to see you.
We want to make memories, man. Meet the Tweeting Troopers. They're going to be out there experiencing the Red Bus Driving Simulator. Also, thanks to our partners, Kansas Department of Transportation, Kansas Traffic Safety Resource Office, Kansas Highway Patrol, Cherokee County Sheriff, KU Jayhawk Buddies. Thank you to the Topeka Police Department, Shawnee County Sheriff's Department. And again, thanks to Chris and Patricia. I know you guys are going to be out at the Kicker Country Stampede at the Heartland. Can't wait to hang out with you. And like I said, Patricia, we're going to become best friends. So be ready. Shayla, our promotions director, knows what that's all about. So if you want any inside info on being my best friend, she has it all. Thank you guys again for being here. And remember, Drive to Zero Coalition. Let's make Chris's dream of having 0 fatalities on the road. Make it come true. And you can be the one. Be a designated driver. Thank you.
Thank you.